Yeah, Matt, that's absolutely right. And of course, what that means is that over time, we could see this process drag on a little longer than perhaps some of the participants and certainly some of the party membership would like, because of course, under the current rules, there's only 2 eliminatory ballots a week here amongst the Conservative parliamentary party. So MPs will be voting one by one to eliminate those candidates. In the past, we've seen some of them drop out. In fact, Theresa May never ended up being voted on by party members because all of the other candidates stood back and allowed her to take the role herself as Prime Minister from David Cameron. She perhaps felt she didn't have a democratic mandate. That was responsible for her decision to ask for a general election, and that itself meant the Conservatives lost their parliamentary majority, and that was one of the reasons we've seen this Brexit process become so complicated. But in terms of the candidates vying for the top job today, you've got almost half of them having previously worked in the Theresa May government, although that is a long list of ex-ministers. Almost 3 dozen people have resigned from this current government in the last few years. And then you've got another half who are still serving ministers, some of them quite high profile, including Jeremy Hunt. He's the British Foreign Secretary responsible for all diplomatic affairs, and he has historically been someone who did not want to leave the European Union. That may stand against him. It's quite a similar situation for Sajid Javid, as you just mentioned, who's essentially the Minister for Interior here in the UK. He also voted to remain inside the European Union, but has come out much more strongly against it. It's the former ministers, though, who are much more hardline when it comes to Brexit. All 4 of the candidates on that perspective voted, essentially decided to resign because of Theresa May's position on Brexit. That includes Boris Johnson, the former Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab, the former Brexit Secretary, Esther McVey, who was responsible for work and pensions as a portfolio, and then Andrea Leadsom, whose resignation as leader of the House of Commons, essentially the interface between government and Parliament, was the final straw that broke the camel's back, leading to Theresa May's resignation. All 4 of them saying October 31st should be a hard deadline for Brexit, and Esther McVey amongst them saying that there's no need to try and pass a withdrawal agreement through Parliament, an effort that Theresa May failed at 3 times, Dan.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.